Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm back with another video. So today, I'm going to keep on with my investigation for Enoch. Not sure if you guys seen one of my other videos, but this one is going to be about the lost book of Enki. I'm going to get into tablet 8, and we are going to keep the investigation going to see who is Enoch. So we're going to find out a little bit more about Enoch from the perspective of this tablet to see what we have here. Okay, now I'm trying to find out, you guys, where did Enoch go when he was taken up on a chariot? Okay, now in the previous video that I did about Enoch, we found out a couple of things in the book of Jasper, chapter 3. So we know he was taken up into heaven on a chariot, and he was basically called, and we know that he was wise and obedient, and the angels pretty much came to take him to heaven. So where did he actually go? Okay, so we're going to see if we have any reference in the Lost Book of Enki to show you who took him into heaven. Okay, so let's start this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first read a section in tablet 8, and let's discover who is Enoch and what was his name in the Lost Book of Enki. So we're going to see some names here, and I'm going to try my best, you guys, to get through these names and everything here. Okay, so here we have in tablet 8. Okay, so in the 100th Shar, since the count on earth had begun, a son to Malalu and Duna was born. Their firstborn he was Irid. And I want to let you guys know that Irid is actually Jared, okay, in the Bible, okay? Irid, he of the sweet waters, his mother Duna him named him Dumunzi, how wells to dig had taught for flocks in distant meadows water to provide. It was there by the wells in the meadows that shepherds and maidens gathered, where espousing and proliferation by civilized mankind exceedingly abounded. In his days, the Igigi to earth were more frequently coming. To observe and see from the heavens they increasingly abandoned. To watch and see what on earth was transpiring they increasingly desired. To be with them on Lamu, Enki-Marduk beseeched. To watch and see what on earth was transpiring, Marduk more fervently wished. At a well in the meadows did Irid his spouse meet. Baraka was her name, the daughter of his mother's brother she was. At the conclusion of the 102nd Shar, a son to them was born. By the name Enki-Me, by Enki-Me understanding. In the annals, he was called. So here we go, you guys. This is actually Enoch. Okay, Enki-Me, this is Enoch, you guys. Let's find out a little bit more about Enoch. Wise and intelligent he was. Numbers he quickly understood. About the heavens and all matters celestial he was constantly curious. To him the Lord Enki took a liking. Secrets once to Adapa revealed to him he told. Of the family of the sun and the 12 celestial gods Enki him was teaching. And how the months by the moon were counted, and the years by the sun. And how by Nibiru the shars were counted, and how the counts by Enki were combined. How the Lord Enki the circle of the heavens to 12 parts divided, a constellation to each one how Enki assigned. 12 stations in a grand circle he arranged. How to honor the 12 Anunnaki great leaders by names the stations were called. To explore the heavens, Enki-Me was eager. 2 celestial journeys he did make. And this is the account of Enki-Me's journeys to the heavens, and how the Igigi troubles and intermarriages by Marduk were started. To be with Marduk in the landing place, Enki-Me was sent. From there, Marduk in a rocket ship to the moon did him take. There, what Marduk from his father Enki had learned to Enki-Me he did teach. When to earth Enki-Me returned to be with Utu in Separ, the place of the chariots he was sent. There a tablet for writing what he was learning by Utu to Enki-Me was given. Utu in his bright abode a prince of earthlings him installed. The rites him he taught, the functions of priesthood to begin. In Separ with his spouse, Indani, Ahab's sister, Enki-Me resided. To them in the 104th Shar a son was born. Matushal his mother him named, who by their bright waters raised the name Ment. It was after that Enki-Me on his second journey to the heavens went. This time, too, Marduk was his mentor and companion. In a celestial chariot heavenward they soared. Toward the sun and away from it they circled. To visit the Igigi on Lamu by Marduk he was taken. To him the Igigi a liking took. Of civilized earthlings from him they learned. Of him it is in the annals said that to the heavens he departed, that in the heavens he stayed till the end of his days. Before Enki-Me for the heavens departed, all that is in the heavens he was taught. In writings Enki-Me a record made, for his sons to know he wrote it. All that is in the heavens in the family of the sun he wrote down, and about the quarters of the earth and its lands and its rivers too, to the hands of Matushal his firstborn son. The writings he entrusted with his brothers Regem and Gadad to study and abide by. Okay, brothers and sisters, that's it for the reading in Tablet 8. So what I'm going to do here is just basically go over some of the key points in Tablet 8 for Enki-Me, and just to establish some things here about him in the book, okay? Now, just to let you guys know, when you really go into the tablets, you will see where a new phase of Anunnaki was present on the earth when Enki had children by earthling women. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Enki pretty much brought forth Adapa and Titi. Okay, and this is your this is your Adam and Eve, you guys. Okay, now if you read the tablets, you will see that Enki-Me is a descendant of Enki. So I want to go ahead and establish that right now, you guys, because you have to understand that Enki, was with two earthlings, two earth women, and he had kids, okay, and then the kids came forth, Adapa and TT. Adapa and TT pretty much got together, had some kids, okay, and that's where your Cain and Abel came from, you guys, all right, and we know that later on Seth came, and then you will also see in the tablets where Adapa and TT, they actually had like 30 sons and like 30 daughters or something like that. So you have to understand and establish like this whole bloodline of a new phase of Anunnaki that was present on the earth. So when you're talking about your chosen people and things like that, this is this actual bloodline where we are the descendants of Enki. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but there's a lot of people on the earth that are Anunnaki. Okay, that's our ancestors. Okay, so let's just move right on with this. All right, so I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people identify themselves as the Israelites, the children of Israel, and coming from these 12 tribes. And people need to understand where these 12 tribes descend from. And there's an actual bloodline on the earth that come from, Enki. You got the blood of the gods, okay? So that means you guys come from the Nibiru. I'm actually gonna do another video to let you guys know why we pretty much was not allowed to go to Nibiru. So it's a little deep, you know what I'm saying? But we were not able to go to Nibiru. All right, so we'll get into that on a later video because I was a little interested in it. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I know that Enki actually took Adapa. He sent Adapa to Nibiru to go meet Anu. And some things went on there, and he pretty much Adapa got sent back because of the instructions of Enki. He told him he pretty much could not eat any of their food or even drink the elixir and things like that. And I think I really do think because he didn't really know how Adam was pretty much going to be on their planet, so maybe he didn't really know yet. Because if you take a human and go on the Nibiru, you're not really quite sure how that's going to have an effect on the human body, because the human body was born on the earth and is not used to Nibiru atmosphere and things like that, even though Adapa was pretty much his son. But I think Enki was trying to play it safe, and he didn't want anything to happen to his son, so he was basically looking out for him. So I think that's a little bit more to it. And then he wanted to establish his people on the earth. Okay, so there is a bloodline of Anunnaki here on the earth, and some of us are royal bloodline. So I just want to put that out there. Yeah, so that's really, really interesting. All right, now give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. I had to go save a frog, you guys. I got 3 cats, and I had the boys out on the patio, and they were trying to get the frog, and I had to go save the frog. So I just don't believe in anything dying, so I have to rescue everything. So anyway, all right, now so in tablet 8, you guys, now we see that Enoch was wise and intelligent, and he was quick in understanding numbers. Okay, now all he wanted to do was to learn about the heavens and all matters in the heavens. We can see that ourselves. Okay, if you was with me when I did the book of Jasper, you can see how Enoch was just he was so into learning, and he wanted knowledge. Okay, and he learned knowledge, and he gained a lot of wisdom, and he taught children of men a lot of things. Okay, this is how we supposed to be. Okay, because like I look up to Enoch, you guys. It's like I want to be like Enoch. Okay, like he was very wise and very intelligent, so I definitely look up to Enoch. But yeah, Enki actually noticed this, about Enoch. Okay, and he liked Enoch. So, like I said, he took a liking, to Enoch. So what he did was he taught him. He taught him heavenly knowledge, just like he taught Adapa. Okay, like I say, Adapa is the son of Enki by an earthling female. He was the first civilized man, okay, which is the biblical Adam, you guys, okay? And he taught Enoch the family of the sun, which is the planets in our solar system, and the 12 celestial gods, which is the zodiac, which is the 12 constellations. In the Lost Book of Enki, you will also see where the 12 constellations honored the 12 Anunnaki great leaders. So each leader was assigned a zodiac station. Okay, you guys see the number 12 is very significant with Anunnaki. And you can also see that in the Bible how the number 12 is spread out throughout it, even with the 12 disciples and everything. So that number 12 is there, you guys, for a reason. Okay, now also in the 12 tribes, of course. So also you guys, to him he taught him the cycle of the moon and the years by the sun. So he taught him everything. He taught him the whole celestial, the heavens, the time. He taught him a lot of things, you guys. Now, we know that in the book of Enoch, we have the Enoch calendar and everything. So you guys can see that in the book of Enoch as well. He taught him the stars of Nibiru and its orbit in the heavens. So you guys, Enoch knew all about Nibiru. You see what I'm saying, you guys? Our ancestors actually knew about Nibiru, and they knew about the return of Nibiru. They knew about beings that came from Nibiru. They had all of the knowledge of the gods. They knew everything, y'all. They knew everything. Like our ancestors were very well knowledgeable and could understand a lot of things because they actually studied all of these things that Enoch wrote. Like they had the books and everything. So they knew everything, which is why it was very important for the children of Israel to pass down information from generation to generation, so that way everyone would know Nibiru. Okay, but as we see, a lot of people have forgot about Nibiru. Okay, and they did that for a reason, so that you would not know anything about Nibiru, so that you will not know about the Anunnaki. And they, of course, they're going to show the Anunnaki in a negative light, so that way you don't get to know who your ancestors are and who they were, and even the knowledge that they had. Because Enoch was great. Oh my God, like I love Enoch. I will keep saying that over and over again. So he had a lot of information, and you guys, if he was taken up, I can assure you right now that if these beings saw that you were trying to elevate, okay, they would do the same thing. They will take a liking to you, and they will definitely work with you, and they will show themselves to you, okay? So that's why I have so much excitement, because they came to me because I was willing to learn about Nibiru. I mean, I don't know if I told you guys this before, but the same day that I woke up was the same day that I learned about Nibiru. The same day. The same day, out of nowhere, you guys, Nibiru came in my consciousness, and it was like this flood of information came in, and I was like, what is Nibiru? And that's when I started to research, and my search began back in 2012. It was an amazing search of Nibiru. Y'all, it was, I'm talking about, you guys, everything was popping up for me back then in 2012. A lot of people was not really talking about Nibiru. A lot of people wasn't really talking about the Anunnaki or anything. And I came upon a lot of different things online. And I will say, you guys, one of the things that did pop up to me, I came across what it's called the Holy Tablets, and I saw Nibiru in there, and that's how I learned about the orbit of Nibiru. I read some things in the Holy Tablet. Some things resonated with me, and some things did not. So I just stuck with the things that I knew was true. And I took the information out of that and I kept asking, you know, for God basically to show me and to lead me into more truth about Nibiru. And as I continued to ask and to seek, I came upon more and more information online, and I'm like, okay, I'm finding out all of this stuff about not about Nibiru, and then I started having all these dreams, you guys. I started having all these dreams about Nibiru, and I'm like, where are these dreams coming? I'm seeing like this, all these planets and moons in the sky, and I'm seeing chariots in the sky, and I was like, okay, why is this happening? And I started having a whole bunch of dreams where I was running in the city, and I was running and running through the city, and I was anticipating something, and I kept running, and then I finally looked up at the sky, and I got caught up. I was like, okay, why am I? It's like I was flying in the sky. And I was like, why am I being caught up in the sky? And I was looking down and I saw everybody looking up at the sky. But I was like, it was me and some other people that were basically being lifted in the sky. So, of course, you guys, at that time, with the knowledge that I had, I was like, oh my God, this is the rapture. I'm being taken up and I'm in the clouds and I'm seeing everyone else looking at me while I'm ascending, and everyone else was looking like, oh my God, like, why am I not going? But I was going up in the clouds, and I started having more and more dreams about the rapture, and I'm like, okay, so it seems like I was like, okay, it seemed like Yeshua was about to return, because I'm having all these dreams about me being caught up in the sky. And then the dream started to shift a little bit, you guys. And I was like, okay, well, they was trying to get me prepared. Okay, because at that particular time, you guys, I was not um very knowledgeable about the chariots. I was not very knowledgeable about UFOs or ships and things like that. So it took time. And that's when I was studying the Bible. That's when I actually read the whole Bible. And I just noticed a lot of things in the book of Exodus and about Moses and Mount Sinai. And I just started to wonder, like, what is this? I'm like, hold on, this ain't making sense. And I started to question everything. And then I started to see a lot of things throughout the scriptures. And I was like, wait a minute, these are vehicles, these are ships. And that's when I started to learn. And the more and more I became aware and I became more knowledgeable about ships and UFOs, that's when the Anunnaki showed up to me. When I acknowledged it, when I was like, this is the truth, that is when the Anunnaki came to me. And I don't really care what anybody else say. A lot of people always say, well, you know what I'm saying, I'm called by the Most High. And I was called for real. It wasn't imaginary. It was a real experience, okay? And I remember the exact day and everything, okay? It was July the 26th, or maybe it was the 27th. It was one of those days. It was on a Saturday. So you can look on your calendar and go back in time and go to 2013. It was actually on a Saturday. It was on the 7th day when they contacted me. And so it had to be, July 26th, July 27th, whatever the Saturday falls on, that was the day. It was in the morning, early in the morning. It's where somebody beamed a message to me. And I was, I know I'm going off topic, y'all, but y'all know how I do, okay? And some people like this stuff, so I'm going to just go with the flow. I'm going to just be me and go with the flow to get this information out, because I know a lot of people are not going to click on the videos, okay? So now, on that morning, you guys, I'm going back in time, so bear with me, okay? I'm going back into memory, okay? So on that morning, you guys, I fell asleep on the couch. Okay. So I was in my house. I fell asleep on the couch that night. So I woke up and it had to be about like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, well, let me go get my behind in the bed. So I went and got in the bed. So I went to sleep. Okay. I went to sleep and I fell asleep, but I didn't really fall asleep. So I was like, I don't know if any of you guys know anything about sleep paralysis, where you go to sleep and it seems like, okay, you are paralyzed and you can't move, but you're conscious and you're aware and you can see everything in your room. Okay. Yeah. That is how they linked to me. They talked to me. I think it was on a ship. Okay. I think it was on a chariot and they was talking to me, and somehow they connected to me because I have my pineal gland open, so they can connect with me and communicate to me through means of that. Okay. I can't get all the way technical into it, you guys, but if you know anything about the pineal gland, it is a spiritual antenna and you can receive signals. It's like a built-in technology in your body. Okay. Now, so as I was in the bed, y'all, I done went into this mode, right? So I couldn't move. Immediately, I heard a voice. I was like, who is that? So I heard myself. Okay. Now, I couldn't move, but I wasn't scared. It was just strange. Just kind of like I knew it was coming. I don't know. It was like my higher self knew. It's just kind of strange, y'all. That's why I'm like, this is interesting. So I was in the bed and I started talking. I heard myself talking. And then I heard a voice in the back. And it was like, and I heard, and it sounded like they was laughing. It was a man, and it sounded like a black person. It sounded like they was like laughing and playing around. So I'm like, what in the world? So I was like, who is that? And I'm sitting up here like, who is that? I was like, God, is that you? Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, God, I'm like, who can contact me like this? Like, who is this? And I was like, God, is that you? And the voice, the man was like, y'all, man, they crazy for real, y'all. People be thinking like they all serious and stuff. They is not all serious and all mean and all. They, man, look, how I'm acting, that's how they act. Okay. So I was like, who this is? And he was like, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I said, what? Like, he was like, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I'm sitting up there like, now remind you, I had just learned about Nibiru in 2012, and this happened in 2013. So I had did my research and everything like that. And I knew, I was like, okay, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm like, okay, I know. Okay. And I had done learned that, you know what I'm saying, I'm like a true Israelite. So I had done learned about all of that, you guys. So I wasn't scared or anything when I heard this. So they told me, that was like, their message was very basic and straight to the point, because of the fact that I was not very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, because I was still learning and studying. And it was just like, read Revelation chapter 9. So I was like, read Revelation. That's why I was like, read Revelation chapter 9. I was like, that was interesting, because I was in the book of Revelations and I was trying to understand Revelation chapter 9. So I was like, this is interesting. I was like, they seem like they're watching me. Like they're watching the progression of my studies and what I'm, trying to, understand. So I was like, okay. So that was like, read this. So then after you guys, the man told me to read Revelation chapter 9, they gave me a vision. So I saw an image, y'all, flash in my head. Y'all, look, that's done crazy. I saw an image flash in my head, and I was like, well, who is these two men? It was two men, y'all. I don't know who these two men were, but the two men were in the field. It was like in like a field, like a harvest or something. I was like, well, what the field is this? So I'm open. Like I said, y'all, wasn't very knowledgeable about all of this stuff. And I was like, why y'all showing me two men in a field? So I was thinking about the harvest and stuff. I was like, well, they're in the field. So I was like, okay. So in my mind, I was like, well, are they talking about the two witnesses or something like that? I was like, well, what are these two men? So then after that, okay, I saw the two men, they were being called, and then I saw them get up in a hurry, and then they just left from the field. And it's like the two men left and they went out into the world. So I was like, I don't get this. What are y'all trying to show me? So I was like, okay. So after they showed me the vision, and my senses pretty much started to come back, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read Revelation chapter 9. So then, as I acknowledged that, you guys, the experience started to end. So I was like, I came out of the experience, and it's like I could see my room and I could see everything, and I heard the voice like leaving from me. So I was like, what in the world is going on? So I got up and I jumped up out of my bed. So I'm thinking like, did this just happen? I was in my room, literally sitting there. I was like, what in the world? I said, nah. I was like, y'all, the first thing I said, I was like, I ain't Moses. I was like, oh, no, I ain't no Moses. You think I'm finna go out and talk to people? I'm like, no, nope. Because I was all into Exodus, reading about Moses and how he was raised up and all this stuff. I was like, oh, no, you got the wrong one, right? So I was just like, So, y'all, I had ended up, the first person I called, you know what I'm saying? It was my husband. Of course, he's my husband now. He was my husband then. Like, I had just started talking to him, and we wasn't even together yet. We were just friends. And I couldn't talk to anybody about this because it just was nobody on my level. Like, my friends, who can I tell? I wasn't going to tell them. They didn't even know. So the only person that would listen to me was my friend, okay? And he's my husband now, okay? And I called him on the phone. I was like, yo, check this out. You will not believe what just happened to me. And I called him and I told him everything. And he was just like, what? So he was like listening to me and everything. So I'm just sitting up there like, y'all, that day changed my entire life forever, because at that moment, I was like, nah, from this day, I'm going to figure out who these beings are. Who is this man that called me? Who was that? On that very day, y'all, is when I was determined to find out who was the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because I heard a voice, and the voice sounded like he was a black man. So I was like, oh, no. What I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to do all the research. I am going to be studying. I need to find out who this is. So I was in the scriptures, y'all. I was studying. I was doing all this work, y'all. Oh my God, I got notepads and I got all kinds of stuff. I got posts. I got so much stuff that I wrote down over, like I said, 7, 8 years, dreams, everything that I have. I've been on this mud researching to try to figure out who those beings were. The more I became knowledgeable, y'all, and not afraid of them, when I was like, I got an open mind, my heart was open, and I was like, I'm willing to find out the whole truth. I set aside all of this crap and I was like, I'm not going to believe what these people are saying. I'm going to find out for myself. Okay. And I was like, I'm going to do this research and I'm going to find out who this is. Because I'm like, they contacted me for a reason. Now, they're not going to just contact me for no reason and be like, yo, I'm not going to play around with her. Now, why you going to play around with me like that? For what? I didn't even know anything about Nibiru. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. I did not know. So why did they choose me? Prior to 2012, y'all, I was living in darkness. What? If I tell y'all some of the stuff that I did, okay, y'all would probably be like, okay. When I tell you the Most High raised me up, when I tell you that Yeshua saved my life, okay, I have a testimony. Like, I could have been dead, y'all. Seriously. Like, somebody was trying to kill me, literally. That was on top of me, choking me. I could have been gone, y'all. I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to y'all today. Okay? So that's how I know the Most High was watching over me and protecting my life. Okay? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I have a chance to tell you guys this. Okay? So they didn't just raise me up for nothing. That's why I'm putting this information out. And everybody who want to come against me and talk crap and call me all this crazy stuff, you know, you can do what you want to do. Because I know the truth. They ain't come to me for no reason. Okay? I was willing to accept the truth and to see the Anunnaki for who they really are. And if anything, like if I am connected to the Anunnaki and I'm in the bloodline, I'm going to just leave it at that. They ain't come to me for no reason. They ain't show me all these dreams for no reason. Because when I was not afraid anymore, that's when I seen the chariots descend. I wasn't afraid. And then that's when they kept coming to me, and then they showed themselves to me. And I was like, oh my God, really? The Anunnaki man came to me. Okay? And they were very strong warriors, and they were tall, so I wouldn't want to mess with them. Okay? They came to me. So that's all I'm going to say. So while people out here running their mouth and talking all this crap, I don't think you want to mess with them at all. Okay? So, you know, that's why I'm doing this, man. Y'all better stop talking about them. Y'all better stop talking about the Anunnaki. People better stop messing with the children of Israel, because it's many people on this earth that is actually in the bloodline. Okay, so I don't know why people. Y'all better stop playing. The Bible is talking. They told you they was coming back, y'all. So y'all better stop playing. Those 400 years is up. And that's why I feel like they was contacting us. And I don't think they just contacted me, y'all. They was contacting other people too. They probably they haven't gotten to the level where I'm at where they accept this. And a lot of people are afraid. But I'm not afraid. I was scared, but I'm not afraid anymore. The truth is the truth. Like, what can you say? Like, okay, it is what it is, right? What can you do? You can't change it. Okay, so let me just finish this off, because I did not want to make this video very long, but I always give you guys a little something in my videos. Okay, so let's get back to this here. So we know that Enoch, okay, was very wise and knowledgeable. Okay, now Enki basically pretty much he was taught a lot of things, and we can actually see that in the book of Enoch. So a lot of people out there who've read the book of Enoch, I actually read the book of Enoch the other day. I was up late reading it, and I was still like, what? Dang, Enoch. I'm like, Enoch, can you come down and show me, like, you know, let me go up to the heavens. Let me see what you saw. You know what I'm saying? I want to be taken on a journey. So I'll be in here talking to Enoch and stuff. I'll be like, yeah, people just think I'm crazy. But anyway, you know, Enki pretty much, you know, he was taught the shards of Nibiru and the orbit of Nibiru. He showed him how the circle of the heavens were divided into 12 parts. Once again, you guys, this is the zodiac, okay, and the 12 constellations. Okay, everybody should know this by now. And Enoch was basically eager to explore the heavens, and he was taken on two celestial journeys. He went to visit Marduk in the landing place, and from there he ascended on a rocket ship to the moon. So here we go, you guys. Remember, we were asking the question, like, where did Enoch go when he ascended on his chariot? Okay, so we have here as a witness here that he did go to the moon. Okay, so we know he did leave the earth. He actually went to the moon, and Marduk actually took him. Okay, so they got in a little rocket ship and they went to the moon. Okay, so when he got to the moon, Marduk basically taught him heavenly things, okay, on the moon. Just like Enki taught Marduk, okay, and that's in the tablets. I'll probably do another video separate so that you guys can see how Enki was amazed at the heavens himself, and he taught his son Marduk everything, okay, and so that we have it there. So he took him to the moon. All right, let's go to the next screen here. Okay. All right now. So after learning on the moon, he came back to the earth and went to the place of the chariots, and there he was sent to U2. Okay, so he was given a tablet to write down all he was learning. He was then pretty much, you guys, he was initiated into the priesthood. Okay. You might want to say this is like a little school, like a little mystery learning center, you guys, where he was at. U2 was the commander, okay, of the spaceport, okay, and he was also the commander um, in Sinai. Remember, I was telling you guys about I don't know if I told y'all that. But anyway, he was in Sinai after the flood, you guys, after the deluge and stuff like that. Okay. So he was the giver of laws from his cult center in Sapar. That's y'all see how they got the word cult in there? But yet this was a place of knowledge and wisdom and things like that, okay, not associated with evil stuff. You see what I'm saying? How they be twisting stuff. But anyway, so basically the cult center was a place for learning higher knowledge. Of course, you guys, you can see that with the priesthood. He taught him rights and the functions of priesthood. Okay, same stuff like you see about how Moses and stuff, the priesthood and how everything was established. And when they was in Sinai, remember all of that? It's the same cycle, y'all. It's the same stuff. Okay. Now, U2 pretty much created a place for Enoch and Sapar, and Enoch actually stayed there. Okay, he actually had a wife and everything, and then he had a son named Methuselah, which we know is Methuselah, okay, in the Bible. So there you go, there you have it. You have Methuselah in the book of Enoch. You will see that as his son as well, so that way you can identify who is who, and that's how we found him in the tablet 8 in the lost book of Enki. Okay, now and after And after this, you guys, after he had his son, is when he actually went on his second journey in the heavens, and Marduk was his mentor and his companion. So, Marduk took him, to the heavens again. Okay, so they took off in a chariot, you guys, towards the sun, and away from it, they circled to visit the Igigi on Mars. This is where you got the Igigi. The Igigi were 300 Anunnaki assigned to shuttlecraft in the way station on Mars. Okay, they pretty much adopted female earthlings as wives. They were frequent rebels. Okay, so here are your so-called fallen angels or your fallen Anunnaki. These were the rebellious ones, you guys, all right? They, we know them as the angels, fallen angels in the Bible, and we know that they did not keep their assigned locations in the heavens, okay? So if you want to know what really happened with the Igigi or the fallen angels, you have to read between the lines, and you have to read the lost book of Enki to know what was going on with the Igigi. Okay, they was actually stationed on Mars, you guys, and just think about it. If the Igigi was stationed on Mars and they saw the other Anunnaki on the Earth, they was all having fun and stuff. It was women on the Earth. I'm sure they was like, man, look, we need some women. Okay, we want wives too. Okay, because later on you will see that Marduk actually married an earthling. Okay, they had a little wedding for them, a little big old celebration. The Igigi came down to celebrate and everything. So wouldn't you think the Igigi want to have a wife too? I would think so. I'll let the men speak. Now, if you were a man, you would be like, man, dang, I want a wife too. So they left. Okay, they're assigned stations, and they went down and they went and took. Now I don't know why they did that, but they went, they came down and abducted the women. Now that was not right. You don't just come and just take women off the earth because you wanted to do what you wanted to do with them or whatever. But they wanted women and stuff. So That's what they did. They abducted the women. But we'll look at that stuff later on. Okay. Now, um, and the Enki-Me, they were a trip. Okay, so I'll bring out more of this a little later, like I said. But it seems like they were pretty much the ones of the ancestors who constantly rebelled, and I'm sure that they rebelled on the Nibiru. Okay, and it ain't you just not gonna start rebelling all of a sudden. Apparently, that Enki-Me was a group of beings who they probably was from the same bloodline. They probably was, you know, if they was rebellious and they had a certain nature about themselves, I'm sure that's probably the reason why they were stationed on Mars, not to come to the Earth, because they probably was playing too much. Like, you wouldn't want them around either if they was troublemakers. Like, I'd be like, man, y'all need to stay up here in y'all work. You have them assigned on another base versus coming out on the Earth. And you will see some stuff later on I'll probably get into with the Enki-Me and stuff. They was like doing something. I would have kept them on Mars, okay? But anyway, so let's move forward. Now, Enoch, you guys, actually went to teach the Enki-Me, okay? And they liked him. Okay, so the Enki-Me actually liked Enoch, okay? I would too. He was filled with so much knowledge and wisdom. So they did take a liking to Enoch, and he went to teach them. And I want to make a point on this where we read in the book of Jasper how he went to go and teach the sons of God. There you go, you guys. That's the Enki-Me. He did go to heaven. He departed from earth, and he did go in the heavens. He went to Mars, y'all. Okay? He did go into space, and that's where he went. And I also want to let you guys know, when you go and a little bit further into the Lost Book of Enki, you will see that Anu actually wanted to establish more way stations throughout the solar system. So there was way stations pretty much on every planet. Okay, so they pretty much was all in our solar system. So we was all established throughout the entire solar system. So if Enoch pretty much went up to the heavens, it wasn't just Mars that he went to. I'm sure he probably went to some of the other stations that was established at that time, if it was established at that time. I'm not really sure. I haven't gotten too deep into it yet, so we'll do our further investigation later on with when the way stations and things like that was established. But if it was, I'm sure he probably was taken to some of the other planets and was doing a lot of stuff in space. Okay, now before he actually and the records that actually show that Enoch departed to the heavens. So I guess they have like the little record keeping and stuff like that, and they pretty much had everything that Enoch did, okay? And it shows you that he actually stayed in the heavens until, he lived out his days. So what that pretty much mean was, y'all, he didn't come back to the earth. He stayed out in space. So whatever that means, it doesn't show you specifically in here. He could have been on Mars, or we don't know where he went, because he was pretty much about heavens. He loved the heavens. He was just eager to be out in the heavens. So who knows what he did. Okay, he probably ended up creating his own chariot. He probably went and explored different regions in space and everything. So who knows what he did, but he lived out his days. So that's pretty much just like he died and he lived the rest of his life out in the heavens. Okay, now I have my own little theory but we're not gonna get into that, okay? Because when we go into the book of Enoch, I was trying to figure out some more stuff, because I was trying to do an investigation on him, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So Enoch, now look, now you went to, it said that you went to the 10th heaven. So y'all, listen, I was trying to figure out where this 10th heaven was, because I was like, okay, so I'm following along. I'm like, okay, you're taking us to the sun, you're taking us to the moon, and you taking us on this whole journey. I'm seeing the 12 constellations. So I'm seeing all this stuff in my mind, right? So I'm like, well, where did he go? Like, you went somewhere else. Now, it was saying that he went to the throne. So in my mind, I might be wrong, y'all. I might be wrong, but I was thinking that the 10th heaven was Nibiru for some reason. I could be dead wrong, okay? But when I was reading everything, I was like, what if Nibiru is the 10th heaven and they're not really trying to tell you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's like a little secret and he actually went to Nibiru, okay? And we gonna get into that a little later because I was meditating on it and I was like, man, where's this 10th? Every time I start meditating on this stuff, it's like they start to give me more and more information because I've been trying to figure this out for years. Because I'm like, I know he's in the solar system. I know he's on the chariot. I know he's traveling throughout the solar system. And I know that Enki was teaching him about the 12 constellations and everything like that. And he taught him about the actual orbit of Nibiru. And Nibiru, in essence, was considered a throne because we know that Anu was the king on Nibiru. So I was like, well, if he went to the throne room, is that possible that he actually went to Nibiru and he pretty much that's where he went to get more information and more knowledge because he ended up writing 366 books. So I was thinking like, yo, this is interesting. I was like, it looked like he, because when you go in the book of Enoch, when it was talking about the 10th heaven, okay, when he went there, he met with this angel, and he gave him books, and he sat with Enoch, and they wrote together 366 books. So I'm like, who is this other being that he wrote with? And it was saying, take these books to the earth. So we know that this angel was not on the earth. This angel was somewhere else. Okay. So I was like, okay, so I'm putting everything together. I'm like, okay, you told him I was in there writing them 366 books. Seemed like you went to the throne. I'm like, okay, you had to go to the source. You had to go to the library. You had to go somewhere else, okay, in a higher heaven to get this information. And you said, and you brought it back to the earth. So I'm like, okay, so did you go to Nibiru for a little while, you know, and you ain't trying to tell us? So I'm thinking maybe he went there, y'all, and he went and did his little task and he brought the information back to the earth because that's when he gave everything to his sons and pretty much taught them everything. Okay, so I'm thinking he went on a journey to Nibiru, but ain't nobody saying it, but I think so. But I don't know. I can't confirm that, but that's my little 2 cents on the matter because I've been trying to figure this out for years. And I'm like, when you went to the throne, where you go? Okay, because it's like when you keep reading and you meditate, y'all, it is crazy because I'm like, hold on. I had to compare something. Y'all want to know how I came up with that? So what I did, let me tell y'all how I do this. So what I did was when I was reading the book of Enoch, I was like, okay, so when he went to this 10th heaven, let me pull this out. Let me see real quick. Because you know what? I'm going to have to make a separate video because this video going to be long. So if you guys want to know, stick around for the next video because I don't want to get too far deep in this because it be taking a long time to upload videos that's way over an hour long and stuff like that. And I want to get this video out to y'all tonight. So let me just finish this up and I'm going to start working on the book of Enoch and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on how I came up with it, you know, it was Nibiru. Okay. So let me finish reading this real quick so I can get this video out to you guys. Let's see. Let me see where I stopped. All right. So here we know that he wrote down all that he learned. Okay, you guys, it's saying in the Lost Book of Enki, and he gave it pretty much to his sons so that they can know everything that he wrote. Okay, he wrote all the knowledge of the sun and all the planets and all that is on the earth. Now, like I said, all the planets. If he taught him about Nibiru, how you know a whole lot about Nibiru and even the description of Nibiru? And I think that's what he was talking about, the 10th heaven. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'll tell you on this video. Now, he gave his writings to his son Methuselah with his brothers Regem and Guy died so they could study his writings and follow his teachings. So this is where I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to start working on the next video so that we can go a little deeper in our research and try to kind of see. I don't know what this is. Man, I need y'all to help me, okay? I don't want to do this by myself. I know you guys out there are very smart and intelligent, and you guys can help me in this research. Now, don't be afraid to comment. Share your thoughts with me. Like, what do you think? Tell me where you think he went to. What are your thoughts about the 10th heaven? Because maybe I might be missing something. And you guys, I only have one part of the puzzle. You guys have the answers to other things, and I know that for a fact. So somebody out there knows some stuff. Y'all need to hit me up and let me know what's going on, because I'm trying to figure some stuff out and I can't do it by myself. Okay, they want me. I'm trying my best to put out as much information I can, and I know that the more I figure stuff out, then that's when they give me more stuff. Like, I will have more dreams. But you guys, the dreams have stopped, and when the dreams had stopped, I said that everything that they had shown me over the course of these 7 years, I have the answers to everything. And it was like they gave me everything that I need to figure everything out. And it was like all I have to do is meditate on every single thing that they gave me, all of the books that they told me to read. I have some of the pieces, you guys, to figure this stuff out. And I went through all of my stuff and I had figured, I was like, man, it feel like they gave me everything. And all I have to do is continue to meditate on this, and I will see the bigger picture, because they gave me piece by piece, little by little over 7-year period. And the number 7 means completion. I felt like they gave me everything that I needed to start this, to bring this forward. But at the end of the day, I felt like, no, I don't have all of it. And I feel like I'm doubting myself, because I'm like, nobody can have all the pieces to the puzzle, okay? So I was like, I need help. So this is why I'm doing this, because I'm like, man, I want to hear other people's thoughts, but ain't nobody saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, are y'all really trying to show me that I know some stuff? And I'm like, I don't know everything. I don't. And every time when I doubt myself, they show me something else, and I was like, oh, I was right about that. But I'm like, no, I don't know if I don't know. That's why I always be like, I could be wrong, because I don't feel like I have all the answers to everything. But I do believe that they showed me everything that I need to know. And I'm just trying to figure this stuff out, because I'm very interested in all of this stuff. It excites me. It brings joy to me. I be happy when I be doing this research. I be feeling like, shoot, like I'm a little Enoch. I'm be like, look, y'all, I could be Enoch's daughter, okay? Like, that's how I be feeling like, man, look, for real. Like, just how Enoch was, it's like, yo, I want to be like him, okay? So if anybody want to be like, I look up to Enoch for real, because of the amount of information that he actually had. But then when I started to see more and more stuff with his journeys, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then when I was like, okay, but let me go back to the source. Who did he learn this stuff from? And that's how they led me to Enki. That's how I found this book, y'all. I found this book. And I was like, okay. And then when I found this, I said, yes! I said, this is the final key to my puzzle. Y'all, was like, this book is the key to me finding out everything. Y'all would not understand. When I found this book, I said it myself. I said, I have everything. I had everything that I need. Now that I have these tablets, I said, now I'm going to do the research, because now I'm going to put all of my dreams together. I'm going to put everything together that they gave me, and I'm going to try to figure this thing out. But now I'm still lost. I'm like, man, dang, I still don't understand. So I'm like, I still got more work to do, y'all. I'm like, man, how long is it gonna take? I'm like, man, okay, I'm 35 years old. Okay, I woke up at the age of 27. So I'm like, man, I've been doing this work, man. I'm like, ain't nobody else around my age doing this. Everybody else is worried about doing all this other stuff in the world. I'm the only one here sitting here trying to figure out this stuff. So I've been trying, y'all. I've been trying to do this, and people have told me like, you're so wise to be so young. Okay, I'm like, look, I'm trying to be like Enoch. Okay, I'm trying to be like Yeshua. Okay, so now it's like, ooh, I'm trying to be like Enki and Thoth and stuff. I'm like, man, look, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to understand this stuff. I'm trying to get this knowledge. Okay, let me try to figure this stuff out. Okay, I'm like, look. Okay, and I don't have any kids, so I was just like, listen, I got time to myself to figure this stuff out. I got cats, y'all. Those my kids or whatever. But anyway, I'm just like, listen, if I ever have kids, baby, they gonna know a whole lot of stuff, and I'm gonna be passing all this information to them. Best believe that. I'm gonna teach them everything. Okay, so this is why I'm preparing myself so that I can be a teacher, so that I can share this information with my kids, and then my kids can share it with their kids, and they can pass the information on. Okay, so this is why I'm building myself up so that I can become knowledgeable and wise, so that I can pass this information on. Okay, so oh man, I'm at an hour. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching this, and let me know what you guys think. And I'm gonna get to working on the next video. This is all I do, y'all. This is all I do, y'all. I love this. It's like I'm like Enoch. I'm like, yay! This is my job. This is my work. This is what I do. Okay, so thank y'all. I love you all. Bye.